Hi, good day and welcome to you, Virgo. Welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Oh, this is your reading for the first week of July. So, Virgo, we see some interesting things are happening in your space for you. You've got the Nine of Cups, the World reverse, and the Seven of Cups. And underneath the Nine of Cups, you've got the Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Cups. Underneath the World, you've got the Two of Swords. You have got the Queen of Cups, the Chariot. Underneath Seven of Cups, you've got the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So we see that some of you are at a point where things are very exciting right now. You're going through this phase where there's a lot of joy and a lot of excitement. And from here, we see that some of you could also be holding on to the past and having a lot of choices for the future. And you could also be having some confusion about what is the right choice to make. We see that with the celebration card, with this Nine of Cups celebration card here, Virgo, there's been a lot to celebrate. You've had this Three of Cups. There's been maybe some reunions that you've been going through, meeting up with old friends and family, celebrating something exciting. Could be birthdays, could be some parties that you've been going to. There's really some form of celebration that has been happening. We see with the celebration, there's also been, some of you could have been feeling quite defensive in the situation, feeling as though, almost as though you've had your back against the wall, but you weren't trapped in the situation. I don't see you as being trapped in any situation, Virgo. What I do see is that you did have options. You always have options. You don't have to stay in any situations that you don't need to stay. But you are also being very despondent. I see that some of you have these opportunities that are being offered to you. It's as though you're making excuses. Some of you could be feeling a little bit down and out at the moment, but you're making excuses for the options that are there for you. It's most probably not the option that some of you would like and would want. You are not taking account of what it is that you already have and being thankful for that. You're rather wishing for something that you don't have. Some of you could be stuck in the past, could be stuck with the past situation. You need to make some decisions, some choices with regards to this. And you may be feeling as though, you know what, you still need to know more. You're not sure, you're holding on. And some of you could be feeling as though you have this insight and you just know that, feeling like you know. So holding on to things from the past. Some of you could be holding on to a love situation here. We see that some of you could be holding on to a love situation, wanting to move towards this love situation. Some of you could be having somebody that is on your mind. Some of you could be having somebody that is this water sign. We're looking at a water sign is Pisces. We're looking at Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So some of you could be having this. Some of you could actually be having to choose between two people. We see there's some travel involved. We see that some of you are looking at purchasing a new vehicle, traveling. There's definitely something of newness, but also you are definitely stuck in the past. Some of you are stuck in your head, dreaming, Virgo. Some of you are really dreaming. You have choices with regards to a new venture. It could be a love story here. This is a general reading, but what I'm seeing, this could very well be a love story for you, Virgo. Some of you are looking towards a love story and you feel as though it's your time now. But there is information. There's like, you got to be very mindful of what people tell you about your love interest. I think what I'm seeing here is that you need to be very loving, very kind, tap into that feminine energy. So it's not whether you're a male or female, but we're looking at the masculine, feminine energies within us. So tap into that feminine energy, Virgo, the energy of love, and bring that energy forward. It's also wise for you not to listen to other people and what other people have to say to you about your person of interest. You have to be very direct. You have to be very straightforward with your person, knowing what it is that you want from your person and not fall into the trap of other people's ideas and words and stories. Gossip is you'll be so mindful of not getting caught up in gossip. And you have to carry this. You could have somebody with this Queen of Swords energy. We're looking at Queen of Swords energy. We're looking at Libra, Aquarius, Gemini could also be part of your chart, but also carrying this energy of wisdom, of knowing what it is that you want, being straightforward, not getting caught up. You know, it definitely, some of you could be wanting to reconnect with somebody from your past. We see this coming through, Virgo, wanting to reconnect with somebody from your past. On the Three of Cups, we have the Three of Swords. We have the King of Wands in reverse on the Two of Swords. We have, again, the Seven of Wands on the Ace of Cups. We have the Five of Wands on the Seven of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles on the Queen of Cups. Temperance on the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles, your energy here, or the energy of another earth sign, which could be Capricorn, Taurus, yourself, Virgo. You've got the Emperor on the Chariot. That's Empress in reverse, and you've got the Hangman in reverse. Some of you caught up in a love situation. Some of you could be loving somebody, loving two people, or you're loving more than two people. We've got this Leo energy. Ace of Cups again, but in reverse. You've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You've got the Two of Wands in reverse. You've got the Ace of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. Oh dear, the Hierophant. Taurus energy there. You've got the World. The Six of Cups. Definitely a love story here that's unfolding. Seems as though some of you are holding yourself back from a love situation. Some of you are feeling as though you don't have confidence in yourself when it comes to a love situation. Some of you have, maybe some betrayal has happened in the past, and you thought you'd have this love situation, but there's been some betrayal. Some of you could have just lost your desire to pursue this relationship. You see, some of you could have had this very strong masculine energy, and it could have just been the way you were thinking about stuff. Very often, Virgo, you create this, if you create these thoughts in your head and you start to allow it to manifest, you're going to create an illusion of what is not really true. So you could have just started allowing your thoughts to run away from you, and you started feeling unloved and left out of situations, and you're feeling so depleted. Some of you are feeling so depleted when it comes to love. We see this. You see that on one hand, your cup of love was full, and now it's feeling defeated, and some of you could be feeling so defensive, and you've been feeling as though everything that you've been working towards is not working out. You could be feeling as though things are, you've worked so hard, you've made so much of an effort, and there's just almost as though your value is not being seen with all this hard work that you are going through. You see that you need to also remember you've got this defensive energy here going through this. Some of you are just feeling hopeless. There's this hopelessness. You've been waiting for change. You've been standing your ground. You've been defensive. Some of you could be throwing around new ideas with others, trying new things. And you just could be feeling so hopeless about a love situation that is not coming towards you. You must not be waiting for something. In your waiting, you become anxious. You become so anxious in your waiting that you are not seeing the benefits of your life, of what it is that you need to do. Some of you could also be getting so caught up in your own thoughts, in your own ideas about things, that you can't literally see the wood from the trees. If this is you, then it's like, just like this irritation, Some of you could have been getting involved or having fights with somebody that you are feeling has become so unreliable that you can't trust them anymore. While, it's like you making all this effort. Some of you could have stayed in a relationship with somebody, and you had an option. You had a choice. It could have been somebody else. You could have been with somebody else, but you chose to stay. And in choosing to stay, you are finding that the other person is not keeping up to their word, to their promises. So in this balancing, there's this, you're trying to balance things out. And if you're carrying the burden of both of you in this relationship, and the other person is not coming forward to play their part, there's this words get spoken, unnecessary words get spoken. There can be unkindness, there can be bitterness, but you got to be so mindful, because that's what creates bickering. You need to be very honest in this relationship. There's got to be honesty and openness. You've got to create balance with yourself. You've got to create balance with those around you. It's no use telling half-truths. You need to learn to trust yourself. Some of you have gotten into this place where you have no faith anymore. You don't even know what it is that you want. You know, you're just going through the motions. You need to balance yourself. You got the High Priestess in reverse, and you got the Hierophant. And I mean, that's like the two opposite cards. That's the masculine and the feminine of this deck. And it's really about you having to deal with insincerity. You constantly having to deal with insincerity, and you need to decide who it is that you're going to choose. You must realize that you can't just, the people that you thought you could rely on, people that you thought you could trust may not be there for you. You cannot hold on to, there's a saying, you know, you can't pour new wine into old caskets, into new wine sacks. So you need to get, oh gosh, I got it all wrong. You can't pour new wine into old sacks. So old wine sacks. So what you need to do within your situation is that you're trying to be this new person, have these new ideas, this new prosperity, this new energy, this new vibration, but you're keeping the same old ideas or the same old cycles around you, the same old people that is just constantly giving you the same old bad advice, the wrong advice for yourself. Instead of trusting yourself and creating this balance within yourself, you're just creating chaos. You need to start to make some decisions for yourself. Stop being so complacent. You need to stop being stubborn as well. And you need to be stubborn about the right things. You can move forward instead of feeling burdened. You know, if you're not going to see the blessings of what you have right now, you are going to start to feel burdened. You are going to start to get lost in the past. And you need to move beyond that. You need to realize that you need to change your opinion. You need to change your attitude towards things. Some of you could be reconnecting with people from the past. There's a lot of the past coming back here. We see this here with you. A lot of the past is hovering in your present and in your future. Some of you haven't let go. I'm going to pull a card from the Energy Oracle deck and see what is the message here for you from the Energy Oracle deck for Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Door to Romance. And we've got Action in Reverse. And we've got the Healer of the Ages. You need to also be very much aware of yourself right now. Some of you are looking, like I said, this reading did seem to be something about a love situation. Some of you could be having a love situation where you need to, maybe it's as though you want to move forward, you want to stand still. You need to be, your head and your heart need to be in one place. You need to take a moment to pause and realize that you do have the answers for yourself, that you can reflect within yourself, that you can make this work for yourself. You can heal what is broken. You do have what it is that you need. You need to stop asking for so much of advice from so many different people, the same story, so many different people. Everybody's going to give you their version of things. When it comes to your romance situation, Virgo, you really need to be in one mind and in one heart. I've got two more decks. I'm going to draw cards from the Sacred Traveler, and I'm going to draw one card from the Starseed deck for you. So let's see what the Sacred Traveler has to say for you. Okay. Some cards fell out here. We've got Unknown Territory, Value and Courage. So you need to also accept your situations, that you are exactly where you need to be. Some of you could be starting something new. And as you're starting something new, it might feel very unfamiliar. Some of you could also be going into a new relationship, into a new work situation, or some kind of new situationship that is happening for you, Virgo. As you move into this newness, you need to trust the universe, trust yourself, trust that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You must also realize that you need to be very brave. You need to be brave with what it is that you're doing. You need to realize that you're not alone, but you also need to be very mindful that sometimes you need to take action. You need to take this action with the passion that you have as you move forward. You're not alone, but it doesn't mean you have to rely on other people. So you need to move forward with passion. You know, you've got the Mystic Healer. You need to realize, and it's on top of the Healer of the Ages as well. So this healing, this healing that you're looking for, you're not going to find it anywhere else. Unless, of course, you really got some medical problem and you need to see a doctor about it. You need to trust yourself. You need to trust that. Oops, my lighting went all funny. Let's have a look at this. Okay, there we go. There we go. Maybe I'll do one more tomorrow. I'm tired. I'll do Capricorn tomorrow.